Hey guys! So in case for some reason you hadn't heard, the biggest YouTube channel on the planet right now belongs to a gamer who goes by the name PewDiePie, with 32,400,000 subscribers. That's 8.5 times as many subscribers as the Red Bull channel, 5 times as many as the official League of Legends channel, and 3 times as many as Justin Bieber's channel. So why on earth has watching someone else play games become so popular?
You know, there's this terrible cliche about gaming being kind of solitary experience. It's you, screen, controller. The reality is, from the day gaming began, it was watching your friend play and then let me have a go and I'll see how I do this. And it's always had that social element. And now what we're seeing is that dynamic that goes back to the very beginning has now been spread on a global scale. So I actually think what we're seeing now is technology enabling a social behaviour that has always existed.
We used to play GoldenEye for hours, we used to play Mario Kart for hours. But these days, when we watch somebody streaming online or they're streaming a game and watching them playing, I think we're sort of scratching that social need that we used to get from playing on a couch with somebody.
Watching my kids, especially kids who've gone through the Minecraft phenomenon, you know, they'll spend as much time watching the now celebrity YouTubers explore everything you can do in Minecraft. And if you want to do something in Minecraft, you're naturally going to go to YouTube first to find out how to do it, who's doing it.
Hi, my name is Panny and welcome to my channel, Super Pannyland.
Internet and gaming go very well hand in hand. The people who are interested in one tend to be interested in the other. Given that YouTube is so big and such a broad variety of content, it only makes sense that they'd be looking for gaming content on YouTube.
The most subscribed YouTuber at the moment is a gamer, right? And I think it's just a really big sharing community. I think the online gaming community has always been very sharing.
And one of the easiest ways to share is through the popular streaming service Twitch, which launched back in 2011 and now has over 55 million users.
So people enjoy watching gaming online for a number of reasons, right? One of them, it's engaging because you get to not only watch and be a part of the show. I mean, you get to like engage instantly with the person that's hosting it. So if a broadcaster is broadcasting, right? You are talking in the chat, and if the broadcaster sees you, he can talk right to you instantly.
I think, you know, any way people want to consume it is great. I find the whole idea of watching someone play a game to be strange. You know, it's like take the thing that's unique to us and the thing we do well, and then don't do it. But, you know, any way people want to consume the game or consume media is great, you know, so it's not what I would do.
60% of people watching games play out on Twitch actually don't own the game that they're watching. So they're watching it as a purchase decision. And then, of course, there's just the separate personality. I want to see people play this game live because they're really funny. And one of the other ones, people that just want to watch people play because the game is so terrible.
Regardless of whether they're showing off, freaking out, or just staying in, we're now seeing a whole range of personalities emerge with this unique skill of engaging audiences for hours and hours on end. So while it may appear that we're chewing through all of this bandwidth for the games alone, the truth is there's an ever-growing celebrity culture at the heart of all this.
I mean, people have definitely created themselves personas, and I find that they're not often characters. They're not completely separate created characters, but quite often they're more of an expansion from the person's own personality. A
lot of people on television, they become, you don't really know who these people are, but when you're watching your favorite broadcaster, it's really them. It's a really grassroots experience. And so those people, when they realize their voice, I'm not talking about like the craziest or the funniest or the most over the top, I'm talking about the people that are able to find their voice, whatever it is, are able to captivate other people, make them feel at home, and those people stay, and their viewership just keeps growing and growing and growing.
What they are, in general, is a hyper-realised version of themselves. So there's a slightly brighter, a slightly more vibrant version of themselves. What the rise of the YouTube celebrity has given us is people who are famous largely because of how they do things, rather than necessarily what they are doing.
Net fight!
I'm so uncoordinated. I just want to get one.
It really is a difficult field to break into, I think, because there is such a large variety of gamers on YouTube, and you've got so many different parts to it. I think going into it with a unique idea of what you want to achieve is definitely a good thing to do.
I think if anyone knew the answer of what makes things work on the internet, they would be very rich by now. I think the wonderful, charming thing about YouTube is that, you know, you can get all kinds of levels of production, and that at the crux of it, it's the content that matters.
I don't think that there is a formula to it or a strategy, but I think if you just make stuff that you're comfortable with and you're really happy with and has your voice and your personality, then even if it doesn't work out, at least you've done something that you can be proud of, rather than like, oh, I'm gonna do this to be like this person. Like when that person started, they weren't trying to be anybody other than themselves.
And while this trend is changing the way we choose to consume our games, in truth, it might actually be telling us more about the future of broadcasting than that of gaming.
I think the future of entertainment is going to be one half entertainment and one half technology meshed together. It just happens to be that right now, that is happening with gaming. Who knows what's going to happen when it goes into like music or when it goes into Hollywood and all this other crazy stuff. It just happens to be that our audience is a little bit more tech savvy, so they're more open to tech, entertainment, mashed into one. Obviously, it's gaming.
Everyone keeps talking about how TV's dying, and maybe it is. I don't know. I don't watch much TV. I certainly did when I was a kid, but not anymore. But why not come and look for the people who are online who have ideas? Because they're generating audiences with nothing other than their own personalities, some of them. So they've got to be doing something right.
There's a generation that learnt how to use the internet as a tool, and there's a generation that were born with it, and it began as a canvas. It was a plaything, it was a fun thing, and from that, the way your brain approaches it is from a fundamentally more creative standpoint. And with that will come exciting things, because when you don't think of something as a tool, when you think of something of it as the fabric of your life, the way you interact with it is different. And I have no idea what that's going to be. I hope it's awesome and not terrifying, but I don't know.